Just in case you might be having doubts as to whether you're in the right place or not, let's start with this very simple question. Is punctuation important? We live in an increasingly text-based world. Everybody's got something to say, and mostly they're writing it down. And they're writing it down on computers and on phones and so on. And debates are raging as to whether or not punctuation actually matters in getting across our communication. You get some very angry people, such as this guy. We're even called punctuation Nazis, which is rather a horrible title if you think about it. He says all you extreme punctuation Nazis that use real-world English, not computer language or terms, can just go to hell and stop trying to look good by correcting computer language, even though it is actually on a computer. It was a really good effort there, and he took great pains to punctuate his statement, meaning that he took great pains to be taken seriously when he wrote this, which says it all really, I think. In 2003, Lynn Truss wrote an unexpected bestseller called Eats, Shoots and Leaves. It went to the top of the New York Times bestseller list and really resonated with many, many people, not just because it was a controversial book about punctuation, but because it was written very, very beautifully. And if you haven't read it, go ahead and read it. It's brilliantly written. Good writing aside, it also makes some very important points, and I think they're best summed up here. And it's that statement. Without it, there is no reliable way of communicating meaning. If we were to take the marks out of our writing, we would have chaos. We punctuate to disambiguate. Now, what does that mean? Well, let's take the word disambiguate, break it down, and look at it carefully. Dis means to do the opposite of. This root here, ambigu, means both or two sides. We see ambi in things like I'm ambivalent, meaning I could go both ways. I'm ambidextrous, meaning I can use both my hands equally. And then ate is a verb forming suffix. So putting it all together, to disambiguate means that you take away the two sides, the two options. To disambiguate means to take away the uncertainty about your statements, and that's why we punctuate, to be absolutely certain about what we're saying and to make sure we get that across to our readers.